Are you for real? Is it true? How can you say that? What do you think your research methodology is? Do you think you are going to collect quantitative data? And what makes you think about it? Why did you come up with the quantitative data collection instead of qualitative data? What are the reasons behind? How do you justify that? Is it for real? Let's talk about it. Hello, this video is about realism. Realism is one of the paradigm of the first branch of research philosophy, which is ontology. Ontology have two paradigms. One is realism and one is relativism. So in this one, we are going to talk about what is realism. Realism basically a combination of two Latin words. One is real and one is ism. So real means actual, that has facts, that is existing, and ism means belief, the actual belief of something which is real. Now, as an example, you are going with your friend and you are feeling slightly cold, and you tell your friend that you are feeling cold, but your friend say, no, I think it's all right, I'm feeling warm, it's not that cold. Now over here you have two different type of understanding, two different type of belief system, two different type of feelings, or two different type of emotions. Now when we talk about the people perception about something, that is mainly related with relativism. As I said, related with relativism. In realism, which is totally opposite. Now realism says that those two people have different type of understanding, but in reality the temperature is one temperature. So maybe the temperature in reality is 10 degrees, and in 10-degree temperature you are feeling cold, but your friend is feeling okay. It says I'm feeling warm. So that is one of the example of how can we differentiate realism with relativism. Now, since we are talking about realism, which is mainly related with the one reality, that is, there is only one truth, which is the temperature. In a way, in that temperature, some people might feel differently. So in that case, when we are talking about realism, we are also talking about naturalism, which means that something, a natural phenomena, sun rises from east, that is the reality. Doesn't matter what people think. Some people might think it is not rising from east, it's rising from west. Some people might think it is rising from from north. So there are different understanding. But in reality, sun rises from east. That is one reality. Doesn't matter what people are thinking, there will be the end result will be that there is only one reality, and that is sun rising from the east. Now, some people refer realism as positivism. If we talk about epistemology, the two paradigms in epistemology, or more than two paradigms, which is the positivism or anti-positivism and pragmatism. Some people call anti-positivism as constructivism and also as interpretivism. But over here, today we are only talking about realism and the paradigm of epistemology, which is positivism. If something is real, which means that there is a possibility where the people are positive that this will be the eternal truth. Sun rises from east. You are positive that there is only one reality, and that is this reality. Based on the facts, based on the scientific experiments, you come up with the one reality, that this is the reality. So in terms of realism is related with positivism. And when we talk about positivism, we are talking about the objects around us which we can do experiment on. We can do experiment on animals and the humans as well. But when we do scientific test, for example, when you go for a blood test and your blood test gives you the results that, okay, how much protein do you got, how much fat you got, how much, different type of analysis. and that is again the realism. You do the test again and again and again. If the first test is okay, second test is okay, and third test is okay as well, you did it 3 times, you will have only one result. So this is the formation of your blood, these are the variation, these are the changes, what is increasing, what is decreasing. So there will be only one truth, which is realism. And now doctors can say, I'm positive that this is the situation and this is the disease you might have. That is why we do the test. Now that gives us an indication that when we talk about the facts, when we talk about the numbers in realism, which is related with the positivism, which is related with the objectivism, and we are doing experiment, that gives you data in the numerical form, which is related with the quantitative data, where you are doing statistical analysis. So when you are collecting quantitative data, it is possible that your research paradigm should be realism, positivism, at the same time objectivism, and that is falling into the quantitative data. If you talk about axiology, axiological stance in realism, which will fall into value free or biased free, because your results are relying on the data, which is quantitative data, and they will be giving you only one reality. Either it is correct or it is false, true, false, or whatever. There will be only one reality. So that is what is realism, that one belief system that there is only one reality, and that is again related with in ontology is realism, in epistemology is positivism, in axiology is value free or bias free, and also related with the objectivism, and at the same time quantitative data collection. So if your objective is related with the quantitative data collection, your research methodology, your research philosophy, and the paradigms of research philosophy would be ontological stance, which is realism, epistemological stance, which is positivism, axiological stance, which is value free or bias free.